Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new, my name is Rose Wright and I make episode tutorials. I've also been dipping my feet into some anti-MLM content and there might be other types of content coming soon, so make sure you subscribe and look out for those. In this video today, I will show you how to make it look like your characters are sleeping in a bed from a different POV. And then I'll show you like different overlays and stuff that you can use with that. And then I'm going to show you how to do a kissing animation, how to set that up. The majority of this is just playing with spot directing. If you don't know anything about spot directing, I will leave a video in the description box and I will probably tag it somewhere up here so that way it's good for easy clicking. So that way you don't have to go search for these videos, they'll be right there. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do, we're going to find a background. So the first thing I'm going to do is get a bed background. Now, nothing like this. You want a different background that kind of looks like this. Looks like someone's putting a camera at the top of your bed. This way, it looks like you're actually showing someone is sleeping. Versus if you were to get like a regular bed, like from a different POV, it's just, you can just see the outside, but you want to probably have a conversation with someone in bed in the terms of having the characters interact with each other in bed. Or maybe you just want to show them getting into bed and all this other stuff. So this is good. You can get this from like the episode forum. There's people who give away free backgrounds and overlays in terms for in return, they probably will want credit in your story. So that's pretty good if you guys want to check those people out. So now that I put that in my background, I'm going to put in my character. Okay, so now that I have my background, I'm going to put my character into the script. Now I already kind of got it started, and so let's do this. So again, all you have to do is pretty much play with the spot directing. So what I'm going to do is, I'm probably not going to move her just yet. I'm going to put her into the sleeping animation. That way it's better for me to move her, because once I move her, it's going to change once I put her in a different animation, which is the sleeping one. So like I said, all it is just playing with spot directing. So for this, I'm going to put that. This is, I think it's sleep. Yeah, this one here. And then we're going to see what that looks like. And for the sake of this video, I'm just going to have her appear in bed, but you can have them walk into bed. You can have them slide into bed, whatever makes sense for you in your story. Just for this purpose, though, I'm going to just have them appear into bed, but do what you want. It's your story. Okay, so again, I'm going to spot direct. And I want her head on the pillow, so she's going to be kind of right here. That looks good to me. And I'm going to copy this code, and I'm going to put it here. Paste it. I'll put sleep. Set neutral loop. Faces right. Okay, so all of this can be deleted. Okay. So this looks good to me. So the next thing I'm going to do is get a blanket, because who's going to sleep in a bed with no blanket? So again, episode doesn't have, well, let me check. Yeah, they don't have a blanket overlay. You have to upload one. So I have one already here. I already have a video on how to create and do overlays already. So if you haven't seen that video, make sure you check it out. I will, again, link it in the description. Okay, so I put my overlay into my script, and I just kind of did a different type of thing where I made it look like someone maybe pulled the blanket over her so she can be warm. I just thought it was cute. You can definitely do something different, like you can have her already under the blanket and maybe just have her walk into it. like I said, there's numerous of ways to put your characters or make it look like your characters are getting into bed. Um, it just treat it like it's a background because that's truly what it is. It's a background. There's no um, like animation to make it look like your character is like getting into bed. So we have to improvise. Um, so like if you were looking for like a scene where maybe a spouse or whatever, a different character comes into her bed, you can have them walk into the bed, and I guess I can show you guys how to do that. So let's put Jerome in here. Add Jerome. We're gonna put him. I'm gonna put him into the scene and get him straightened out. Okay, so I put Jerome into the scene, and then I'm just going to move him. Uh-oh, I moved her. Did not mean to do that. So I'm going to change characters. I'm going to move him slightly, and I'm going to put him in this new spot, okay? So I'm going to make it look like he kind of slid in. I just think it looks more realistic than walking into the bed, because you don't really walk into the bed. I can't speak English today. Because you don't really walk into your bed or walk in the bed. You know, you probably like scoot maybe. So that's as realistic as I think it is. But again, do whatever you want for your story. So I put that there, and I'm going to put in, let's say 3 seconds. And then once I get him placed, I'm going to have it pause for a beat. And then I'm going to have at Jerome is yawn. Uh-oh. Yawn board. And then I'm going to make Jerome look like he's sleeping as well. And put the sit neutral as well. So we can see what that looks like here in just a moment. Uh-oh. Okay, I forgot to do a little extra. That's why you've seen that error here, the warning. So I'm glad it reminded me. So the thing is, since we want him to move from one spot to another, I'm going to put walks to. Even though he won't be actually walking, we're going to put walks to spot, whatever this is, in 3, and we're going to put and Jerome is idle. I think that's how you pronounce it. Sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. So basically what idle is they're not doing anything. They're just kind of standing still. They're not doing anything. So that's how you get that sliding effect, okay? So remember, we put Jerome walks to, whatever the spot, and duration, and Jerome is idle. So I'm going to show you what that looks like here. Can't believe I forgot that, but I was like, what did I do wrong? I just copied and pasted. So we have the camera moving, and you see how he just slides in, and then he's yawning. Okay, you can make him you can have your characters kiss maybe before they go to sleep, or maybe he blows her a kiss, or however you do it. It's your story. And then again, I'm going to just spot direct him in a different spot to make him look like he's sleeping on the pillow. And then what I'm going to do, how I get this effect, is make it look like he's sleeping in the right spot without having him look like he's shifting in the middle of it. I'm going to spot him so after he yawns, he's going to be shifted. And I'm going to put and Jerome is sleep _ sit neutral. Oop. I guess I can put and Jerome faces left, just to be sure he faces left. Okay, I'm going to delete that, and we're going to see what that looks like. Like I said, it's your story. Play around with the animations, play around with the time, play around with it so you can know what you like and what makes sense for you. This is how I like it. He yawns, and now you can see he sleeps. You can make the yawn longer by putting pause for a beat, so that way he's yawning just a tad bit longer. So that's how you do it. Put the characters, the characters look like they're sleeping. You can have dialogue in there. You can, like I said, whatever you want to happen in that bed, whether it's conversation, kiss, whatever the heck you want to do, you can put that in here. Play around with the zooms, play around with the durations. But the most important thing is to upload and overlay of a blanket and upload a background of a bed that looks like, put this here, that looks like a bed. So something like this, like I said, episode forum has a ton of free backgrounds. A lot of people, again, just want the credit in your story. So check on episode forums before you do anything else. That's how I got a lot of my backgrounds. I went to episode forum. So make sure you check that out. So I hope that made sense. If this is confusing or you feel like I went too fast and you maybe missed something, let me know. And again, I'll do my best to explain it as best as I can. But that's kind of how you do it in terms of putting people and making people look like they're asleep. You mostly, again, a bed background and a blanket overlay. If you want them to have a blanket, of course. If you don't want them to have a blanket, that's fine too. So now I'm going to show you how to make characters kiss. Okay, I got my characters where I want them. I got kind of like an apartment background type thing. So all you're doing is spot directing. So I'm actually, for the sake of this video, I'm going to make them smaller. Just to show you guys how to kind of play with spot directing and scales. So I can make them real small. They look real small now, but we're going to do some zooming as well. So I'm going to put him here. And I'm going to paste this. Okay, and then next I'm going to change and I'm going to put Rose and I'm going to make her smaller as well. Oh. Let's see, how much shorter should we make her? I think that will suffice. That's normal. So I'm going to paste this into my script as well. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do some zooming. Camera, zoom, and I want to focus. So you can, again, have them have some dialogue here for the sake of this video, just so I won't be, dragging out the video. I'm not going to put any dialogue, but again, if this is your story, then put in some dialogue. So I'm going to zoom in like that, and I actually like that zoom. So what I'm going to do is paste that here. Okay, and that's what we're going to do. So the next thing I want to do is put at Jerome is kiss. Oh, well, not kiss, I'm sorry. We're going to do the makeout one because that's what they're doing. And rear, because I want him facing back towards her, and I want Rose to face pretty much towards the front. And since we're using the rear animation, you're going to have to mirror. What that means is, if you want someone to face right when using a rear animation, you're going to have to put left. And if you want someone to face left while you're using a rear animation, you're going to have to put in right. So you're going to have to do that mirror. Just keep that in mind. Sorry for the sniffling. The allergies ain't going nowhere. At this point, I don't even think it's allergies. I think I'm actually getting a cold. So I'm going to put Jerome is kiss, make out, loop, rear. And I'll put Jerome faces right. Again, because I want Jerome to face left, I'm going to put he faces right. And then I'm going to put Rose is make out loop. I don't want nothing to change about her. And then we're going to see what we get here in just a moment. Okay, so what we can do here. Okay, so now they kind of look crazy. What you can do is move them. Okay, we can do some spot directing. Again, this is all pretty much just spot directing, just lining them up to make them look perfect. Okay, you can raise her up, down, or whatever. Whatever looks good to you guys. I think this actually looks fine, so I'm going to use this one. I'm not going to spot direct him because he's fine where he is. Uh-oh. And Rose is kiss. I'm just going to make out Now they do have different, a couple other makeout animations like the start and the stop. You can make them start the makeout and then you can make them stop the makeout. So you can play with those animations, see what makes sense for your story and how you want to do it. Okay. So now that I have that, I'm going to do some more zooming. So we're going to zoom in just a tad bit more here. Let's zoom in some more. Gotta focus it. Uh-oh, not that much. Okay, I think that is actually just fine. So I'm going to copy this code and I'm going to paste it right here. Okay, so now that I put the zoom in there, I'm going to save and preview just to see what it looks like. Okay, uh-oh, why did it show the whole thing? Okay, hold on, let's do this here. I'm gonna add pause for a beat here. And let's do that. Just so it can start so that way you can see the transition. Boom. You see that? That looks a lot better. So, like, again, you can have them before, like, it zooms in for this second part here. You can have them have some dialogue, like, hey, miss you, babe. Do. Oh my God. Kiss. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's cliche and it's corny, but come up with your own thing. So that's how you do it. And then I use the and symbol here for these couple of lines because I want all of this to be happening at the same time. So I want the zoom to happen at the same time as them kissing. That's how I kind of did that. If you want more videos on how to use it, when like how to do it, especially with using time and things like that, I can show you guys if you guys are interested in that. You can also add in a camera shake if that's something you want to do. If you guys don't know how to do a camera shake, I can show you guys how to do that as well. Just to make it like, you know how in some stories, like they're kissing and it got so intense, like they threw each other against the wall, and then you can do the camera shake there just to get that effect. Or if you're having someone fighting and maybe they got punched and you want that camera shake effect, just to get just another effect to add to your story to get the readers intrigued and it's interesting and it's cool. So if you guys are interested in that, I definitely can do that for you. But that's all for this tutorial. I showed you guys how to kind of do the, make it look like you have someone sleeping in a bed. So remember, get that bed background and that blanket overlay. And then you can either have them walk into the bed or you can have them kind of slide into the bed like I showed you. And then I showed you guys how to do how to make characters kiss. So if you guys have any other questions or any videos you guys would like me to do or elaborate on, please let me know. But that's all for now. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I appreciate you guys so much. And I'll see you guys